Hey there, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can get started making money online by publishing this one low content book on Amazon KDP. In fact, I'm going to show you one publisher that's making $41,296 a month just from this one book in this niche that we're going to cover today. And that is the Learn to Draw book niche. So today I'll be showing you how to get started creating these books, including how to do the all-important keyword research, which is what you'll need to get the book ranked and sold. So if you're a beginner looking to make an income online, or you're just trying to add a new income stream, or you're looking to just get into a new niche, well then this video is for you. But before that, hey guys, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, whenever you're publishing on Amazon KDP, the first thing that you want to do is your research. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, finding out if the niche that you're looking into is going to be something that's worth it and something that's profitable. In other words, niche validation. On top of that, you want to find the keywords that are going to go into your title, your subtitle, and the back-end keywords that'll give you the best chance at ranking your book on the first page of Amazon, as well as even getting seen on Google. If we do a quick search on Amazon for Learn to Draw books for kids, we can see that the results that come up that are gonna be books that are meant for kids. For example, here's this first one right here, How to Draw Everything book for kids. We have a How to Draw Everything book for kids, another one. And as you can see, a lot of these how to draw books are for kids because that's what we searched, Learn to Draw books for kids. Now, when doing niche validation, I typically like to look for three things. Number one, I like to look for search results that are about 1,000 or below. Number two, I like to look for 3 books that we're competing against that are all ranking under 300,000 BSR or best sellers rank. And then number 3, I like to look for a niche score that is 50 and above. So if we take our keyword of Learn to Draw books for kids and we do our niche validation, we can see that the results are 4,000. So that's already above the 1,000 search results that we're looking for. But if we go through the page, we're going to see that a lot of these books are ranking well below the 300,000 BSR or bestsellers rank that we're looking for. We have this book at 322. We have this book at 22,000, this book at 2,500, this book at 486. That's already 4 books that are under 300,000 BSR. So right away, we know that there's a lot of demand for this keyword and for this niche. And then if we look at the niche score, we see a score of 66. So this satisfies our 50 and above. And I actually get this score from an extension that I use called Self-Publishing Titans. And you can get this from the Chrome Web Store for free if you want to download it. There's 2 of them, the Titans Quick View as well as the Titans Pro. And it's going to help you with your keyword research and your niche research, so feel free to go ahead and download it. So really for this niche, all I would do is niche down a little bit more to get these search results to about 1,000 and below. But I know, just judging from the books on this keyword, there's going to be a lot of demand for this type of book. Now, the easiest way to niche down would be to take your keyword, and if you click on it on Amazon, it'll actually give you some more choices. And so this is the easiest way, is just to niche down by age group. So if I go ahead and just choose this Learn to Draw books for kids 5 to 7, we're going to see that, there we go, there's just over 1,000 results. So that now satisfies our requirements. And if we go through the listings here, we're going to see that a lot of these books are well below the 300,000 BSR rank that we're looking for. We have this one at 10,000. We have this one at 322, this one at 16,000. And as you can see, there's quite a few books here that are well below the 300,000 BSR. And then we have a niche score of 57. So now I know that this keyword is something that I want to look more into and possibly use in my title, my subtitle, and my back-end keywords. Now, it's not just Amazon that you could get your book ranked on the first page. You could actually get your book ranked on the first page of Google, which is gonna help with the visibility. So I took that same search term that we use on Amazon, I put it onto Google, and if we scroll around, we're gonna see that here is one book from Amazon that is showing up on this first page. And if we keep scrolling down, I'm sure we're gonna see a little bit more. So here's another book right here, as well as this Learn to Draw book right here. And then here are some more Amazon search listings. So if you can get your book to show up on the first page of Google, that's going to give your book an increase in visibility and traffic. And with more traffic means more clicks, which means more sales, which means more money, and that's really what we want at the end of the day. This niche is so popular and so in demand that there's one publisher that I'm going to show you right now that's making $41,296 per month just from one single book. So if we go back to Amazon and look under the Learn to Draw books for kids, we're going to see one particular book here that's ranking really, really low, and it's this pink book ranking in at 322 BSR. That is an insanely low BSR. As you can see, it has the best sellers badge. And let's take a look inside the book. As you can see, this is the type of book it is. It's just parts of an image that the user can practice to actually draw the full image. And so we have one here of a kitten, of a bunny, a giraffe. And as you can see, this is all it is. Every page is just filled with a new animal, followed by a place to practice. Now, this type of interior could easily be made on a program like Adobe Illustrator, but I'm actually going to show you a different way to create this type of interior that's actually going to save you a lot more time. Now, if we go ahead and take the BSR of this book and put into a sales calculator, we're going to see that with the bestsellers rank of 322, 110 pages, at a book price of $10.90, this book is estimated to be making about 315 sales per day, which is about 9,450 sales per month, which equates to $1,376 per day, or about $41,296 per month. Now, if that doesn't motivate you to start making some books in this niche, then I don't know what will. I know for me, I'm going to go ahead and look at sub niches for this category and start making a lot more books that hopefully can even get a portion of this $41,000. Now, to get started on creating this interior, we can use whatever program that we want. Adobe Illustrator, Premiere, but I'm actually going to show you a free and simple way so that you can get started on making this type of interior as soon as today. So I'm here on Canva, which is a free program, and we're going to use this to create a Learn to Draw interior. So here I've opened up an 8.5 by 11 inch page. The first thing we want to do is go to the left hand side here and go to elements. And then what you're going to want to do is scroll down here to tables. And once you're in tables, we're actually going to use these to create a grid, but we want to choose this top left one right here. So when you click it, you'll see it looks like something like this. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to resize this so it's a little bit more square. So all I did was I highlighted the entire grid, and then if you go to the corners, you can kind of adjust it however you want. I'm just going to try to make it more square. Doesn't have to be perfect, but let's just say something like that. Now once you have this, what you can do is you can click on these individual grids as well as adjust these lines if you wanted to adjust these lines. But if you click on it and then you right click, you can add columns and rows. And so I'm going to add a few columns and rows here until we have enough cells here to be able to do what we want to do. And I'm going to show you that in a bit. But right now I'm going to want to resize this so it's a little bit more square here. So let's say something like this. And then I want to move this just to the center just so I can see everything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to label the farthest left column and then the top row. This is going to allow us to create coordinates for our image, which you'll see what I'm doing in a bit. So if you just double click on a cell, you can see that you can type in it. And what you want to do is you want to change this color to black. So for the rows, I'm going to put letters, and then for the column, I'm going to put numbers. And so for here, I'm going to do A, B, C, and then all the way until the last one, F. And then here, I'm going to put numbers. So 1, 2, and so on. And then I realized that I need another column. So let's add it, and we'll name it G7, and then we need to make these all bold. Okay, now that I have that, I'm just gonna resize it so it's more square there. So I kind of like this now. I'm just gonna put it in the middle here somewhere. And now we have our grid. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to put a shape or an element or a graphic of what we want our customer to draw on here. So one way to go about this is if you want to go through Canva's elements, you can do that. They have a lot. You can also go to a place like Creative Fabrica to find these types of graphics. So on Creative Fabrica, they have a nice section because you can go to graphics and then coloring books for kids. And once you click on this, it'll take you to this page where it's filled with a bunch of graphics that we can use for this interior. So I'm just gonna find one that I think will work well. So I found these graphics right here, these kawaii animals coloring pages, but we can use the graphics in here for our Learn to Draw interiors. And so if I go down here, I can see that they include a PDF file and a PNG file. This is the file that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this and then upload it onto Canva. So here are all the images that we downloaded from Creative Fabrica. So let's just find one that we can use as our first page. So let's use this bunny right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drag it onto Canva, and then it's going to upload it right here. So as you can see, there's some borders on the image. So you can just drag this down to kind of hide it. And that's what I'm going to do, just to where we only see the bunny. And now that that's done, we can resize it how we want. So we're gonna want this to just be big enough to fit all of the grids as much as we can. And so it would look something like this. Now, what I'm trying to get at is we're gonna do this where we have this grid. We're gonna copy the grid again, like so. So if I move this to the side, the idea is that this bottom grid is where they're gonna practice this top image, but I don't want it to just be blank. I want to be able to give them some guidelines to help along the way. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put this back to how it was, like so, I believe. And then what you can do with these cells is you can color them in so parts of this image disappear. So if you click on the image and you position it to the back, you see that it didn't really do anything, but I promise you it did. And so if we go ahead and click on a cell, so if I zoom in, so if we click on any cell here, like so, we can change the color of this cell. So if I turn it white, you can see that the cell turns white and the rest of the image is still there. So what I was thinking is let's white out some of these cells so that they can still practice, but it's not hard. They can have some guidelines to be able to just complete this image on here. So I turned some of these cells white. And so as you can see, this is the final image. So if I zoom back out, we can see here's the image right here, the original one on the top. And then here's the one that we did. And this is the idea that I was thinking about. This Learn to Draw book, which is a little bit different than that bestseller. But I think different is good because if you're a little bit different, then you can kind of stick out from all the other books that look the same. So the whole idea is like this. Let's say we want to finish this drawing right here. B2 is what we need. If we go and look up here, let's zoom out, we can see where B2 is, and we can see that that is the line that we want to draw. So all we have to do is just replicate that here. So if I go ahead and get a draw tool here, just so we can see what I'm talking about, let's just use the color blue. You see how there's this B2. If I just go and grab this and draw it like that, I know that's what it's supposed to be. And then the next grid, which is B3, and then I know that's from where that line ended all the way to the next. So I'm just gonna follow that like so. And you get the point, right? Now the next one would be what? B5. And I see that there's a line right here followed by another line going down. So I'm just gonna try to follow that to the best of my ability. So if we go something like this, which that doesn't look very good, but it shall still work, and like so. And then let me just finish the rest of this image. And as you can see, here is my drawing. I am not the best at it, but if I can do it, anyone can. So I hope you get the idea of these interior pages. Now you need about 50 to 60 of these images to have a full, complete interior. But I just showed you it doesn't take a lot of time at all, and it can be done relatively easy and relatively cheap, if not free, if you're using the Canva graphics. So for the cover, you can just use one of your interior pages, put it on the front, and then put some elements to kind of decorate it, get a nice font, and then you can just put your title, and then it can turn out to be something like these covers here that you see on Amazon. Now we get on to the all-important keyword research. And this is really important because if you skip this step, your book might not ever be seen by customers and you might not ever make sales. Now that we know how to validate a niche from earlier in the video, the next part is to actually compile our list of keywords that we're gonna go and validate the same way. And this can take hours, this sometimes can take days, but this is one of the most important steps that you have to do in order to get this right. And so the way to compile a list of keywords is basically if we take our first keyword from the video, learn to draw books for kids. If you click on it, it'll show you some suggestions straight from Amazon that customers are searching. So all of these keywords you want to compile on a spreadsheet and keep track of them. Once you're done with that, you can actually hit space and then just go through the alphabet. So for example, if I type in A, more keywords are gonna pop up. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all these and put them on my spreadsheet. I'm gonna go and do B, grab all these, put it on my spreadsheet. C, grab all these, put them on my spreadsheet. D, put these on my spreadsheet, and so on and so forth. And you also want to use variations of learn to draw. So for example, how to draw. You want to search how to draw and then find these keywords as well as go through the alphabet. As you can see, there's probably 100 keywords in here, but you have to do this. You have to grab all these keywords. You got to analyze it. You got to do your validation so you can see which keywords are going to help you rank your book on the first page and make sales. Now, once you have all your list of keywords like I do right here, which is about 134 keywords, you're going to do exactly that. You're going to keep track of, like what we did before, the search results, as well as the Titan score. And then I like to keep track of the average BSR or the bestsellers rank on the first page. And you do this for every single keyword, which is why I said it can take hours, if not days, depending on how many keywords you're doing. So for example, if we look at this one right here, how to draw flowers for beginners, we see that it has a search result of 1,000. The average BSR on the first page is 300,000 and it has a very high niche score of 71. And so if I did a little bit more research on this keyword, I could probably find out that maybe this is where I need to focus my attention on. But if I didn't do this keyword research and this validation, how would I know? Now, since you made it all the way to this point of the video, I'm actually going to save you some time and some hours compiling all this list of keywords and analyzing it. And I'm going to make my list of keywords here available to you for free in my Gumroad shop, link down below. So go ahead, download it, make a book, use these keywords, and upload your book. Start making some sales and start making some money online. Well, there you have it. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. If you have any questions, let me know down below and I'll be sure to answer them. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.